You serious?
Ages ago, the gods created a new world. They argued as to who would rule over this new realm. In the end, it was Fendar, the god of strength, that was chosen, as he was the wisest of them. But Kognor, the god of death, was angered by the ways that Fendar ruled, and so he intervened. He possessed a young farm boy and began his progression into mortality to dwell among the human realm. One by one he killed mortals to build his army, and the new world was turned over to darkness.
Kill them where they stand. Let's not escape the slaughter. Your master commanded.
Stories, Father. I'm not tired. I promise.
That's enough for one night, child. Now you need to get some sleep. We have a big day of training for you tomorrow. Good morning, Horan. I trust you slept well. When you're ready, come into the training hall and we shall begin. I have a more hands-on task for you today, child, but before we get to that, you must warm up. Remember what I taught you about rapid attacks. Use this technique on the first statue. Good job, boy. It looks like some more repair work for me, though. Now let's get to work on your jump strike. Very nice. Finally, we'll work on your kick. Keep in mind that although the kick doesn't hurt an opponent as much as your attacking combos, it will push them away from you, giving you that extra bit of time. You're improving with every day, my boy. And now, for that special task. Early this morning, when in the storerooms to get our week's rations, I had no choice but to flee. A large pack of dogs had dug a burrow in the room from above. From the looks of them, I'd guess they were undead. Far stronger, and need I say it, hungrier for flesh. I am far too old to fight as I once could have, but you, boy, I think you are ready for a challenge. Go down the stairs and into the stores and do what you can to get rid of them. I've blocked the passages with crates, but for now you can jump over them. Also, this task may be a little risky, so take this health potion for when you need it. Looks like this one found the door. Show him what you're made of, boy. Learned a lot today, Oren. Remember to always improve yourself and your technique, and you will be a mighty warrior indeed. Words how proud of you I am, child. Now you'd better get some rest. I'll head down and clean up the mess.
And thus the boy grew. As the years passed, he would be educated in both the way of the sword and the holy rites of the faithful. But all too soon, fate would intervene, and the boy, now a man, would have to leave the sanctuary and set off on a long journey.
Very good. And remember that the weight supported lines. Oh no. Oh my. I think the day has come. Are you ready for this, Oren? Are you ready to find and face your destiny? It is time you know that I've been preparing you for this moment. When first trapped in here, I was visited in a dream by the god of strength. He granted me with knowledge enough to train you in the ways of light and of the sword. Hurry, run up the stairs and into the hall, and then through the large door. In there is a sword that the mighty god forged for you. Good luck, boy.
Good luck, boy, and may the light of Fender guide you.
Ascended to the world above, only to encounter that which no man should have to face, least of all upon seeing the surface for the first time. Hordes of those contorted fiends known as the undead. Oren was knocked unconscious. There, in the world of dreams, he was greeted by the mighty god of strength, who explained much to him. His destiny, to purge the world of evil. His enemy, the dark necromancer Radiel, and his weapon, a holy sword forged in times of great peril, to be wielded by one of pure heart and mind. Along with the holy sword, Oren was granted blessed armor by the mighty god of strength, and with these gifts bestowed, Oren reawakened, becoming a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness, the last great hope of the human race, the Paladin. As Orin contemplated his next plan to strike at Radiel, a most unexpected font of knowledge presented itself. A talking crow.
The name's Milan. Used to be a two-legger like yourself till I got cursed by the man creature in the stone tower. I'm betting you'll be wanting to take him out. Now I can tell you, only a fool seeking death will go through the front doors. Better to go the back way, which I can show you if you're up to it.
And so, Orin followed his new companion east into the hidden tombs of ancient kings.
You know, I used to be quite the adventurer myself, back when I was a farmer. Used to fend off packs of wolves with nothing more than my wits and a really big stick. Well, mostly the stick. A new help over here. I sure miss being a man creature sometimes. For one thing, the food is better. Eating fresh corpses is the best thing I have to look forward to as a crow. Worst thing? Well, you don't want to know the worst thing. Tell you, of all the times I've been through here, I've never seen it this crowded. considered a career in cooking? I mean, once this whole saving the world thing is over. Those good old days, or just plain good, really. Oh crap. No help over here.
You shall fall by my hand. I serve Radiel. My master wants you. You will kneel before me and your lord Radiel. It is high time you die.
Ascending to the highest level of the great stone tower, Orin found the dark necromancer Radiel waiting for him. With one wave of his hand, Radiel killed the feathered companion that had acted as Orin's guide, and with another, he trapped the paladin, leaving the caged Orin to face his darkest trial yet, one that would surpass anything he had encountered within the dusty catacombs.
I serve the master. I don't have enough honor. Obey. You will fall into the will of my master.
A new emotion blazed within the paladin. Hate in its most concentrated form. Orin did not understand how this one man could kill so many innocents without a shred of remorse, but he would be damned if he allowed this vile being to take another life. The time of judgment had come.
Oh, how utterly precious. The big hero man is trying to hurt me. Stop pretending, hero. You and I both know that you're wasting your time. Man, you are not
As Orin fell to the earth, his right hand was severed by his own sword. Much of his magic would now be rendered useless. But even in his throes of pain, the paladin's will to fight burned brightly, like a flame in the deepest darkness.
Save us both a lot of trouble and simply lay down and die right
As for the ultimate fate of the hero, much has been said, but little is known. Regardless, the world slowly healed itself. Old ruins were rebuilt into new homes by long-hidden survivors, and those who had seen the most darkness would be granted a second chance at life. None would ever forget the sacrifice and victory of the Paladin.